Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to my channel Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? Friendly reminder that these are general readings and they are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So do please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and to leave what does not. Last thing is that any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading or coaching session with me is in the description box below. All right, Sagittarius, let's jump on in and see what we're working with. We're going to start with the overall energy for the reading with oracle cards, and then we'll dive deeper into the story with tarot as we progress. So let's start with looking at the overall energy for Sagittarius's recent past. You are good enough. Ooh, the end of a tough cycle approaches. Don't let your past hold you back. So this past energy is about being in certain situations or experiencing certain things that really had you doubting your worth or your value in some way. Like even if you never really have before. I feel like there was a reason for that, and I think that we'll uncover a lot more as we progress with this reading, but I do feel like you are, I mean, not just because the end of a tough cycle approaches, not just because you have that card, but just kind of based on the energy, you are good enough with don't let your past hold you back too. I do feel like you're coming to the close of something that has been pretty painful and pretty difficult. I feel like, again, I keep getting this energy that like something really pushed you to doubt yourself in a way that you never really have before. But at the same time, it doesn't seem like there was a reason to doubt yourself. And I feel like we'll uncover more of what I mean by that as we progress. But I do feel like this has been a pretty difficult situation that you've been dealing with. So let's get more here. Current energy for Sagittarius. And this was past energy, but I feel like this feels recent past, or it's still affecting you. It's still like the energy of it is still in your recent past. Which we are looking at recent past, but I mean like very recent past. All right, current energy here for Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture, and then you have expect powerful change. With adjustments are required. And then you have your hard work is paying off on the bottom here too. But I feel like the universe is asking you to look at things from a bit of a different perspective. And I feel like that's what I kind of meant when it's like something here is making you doubt your worth, but there's not a need to doubt your worth. Now with expect powerful change, I feel like you're on the brink of things very much changing for the better, but I do feel like there are adjustments that are going to be needed from you in some way, shape, or form. I don't necessarily know what this is in regard to yet, but again, if this sounds vague, this is just overall energy. We will dive deeper into the messages as we progress. So let's look here. Sagittarius, at your immediate future. What does Sagittarius need to know moving forward? It's time to take action. So this is a very obviously action-oriented energy. Bring love into the situation. Nothing is yet set in stone. Oh, okay, this is really beautiful energy. Nothing is yet set in stone is the reminder that that everything is temporary and ever-changing. And that can be a bit of a bittersweet sentiment, but also a very powerful one, because it's the reminder that just because things have been a certain way for you in your life, whether it's been the lack of love that you deserve, or the lack of financial freedom that you deserve or success that you deserve, it doesn't mean that it's going to or has to be that way forever. And with bringing love into the situation, I feel like sometimes we look at our, what's going on around us, and we look at certain situations in our life, and we define ourselves or our worth through what it is that we've been through or what it is that we're experiencing. But if we do that, we're only holding ourselves to the limit of our current experiences. Meaning, if we experience struggle in relationships or finances, we're going to start to acquire this belief that that's all that's possible for us, or that's all that we deserve, or that's all that we're worth. But your worth isn't defined by your experiences. Your worth is defined by what you decide you are worthy and deserving of, and then that then creates your experiences. But it becomes a bit of an issue because we tend to view ourselves or our worth or what we deserve through the lens of again, what we have experienced. So when we were born, we know nothing, right? From that point forward, how we've learned to interpret our worth and what was possible for us and what we're deserving of is going to be an interpretation of our experiences. So if we've been through a lot of hardship, we're going to internalize this belief on some level that we are worthy and deserving of that hardship. And then we in some way might actually find ourselves repeating that experience even though there is more that is possible for us. So I feel like this energy is really powerful because it does feel actually like stepping into your power in some sort of way, truly understanding that no one and nothing dictates your worth except for you. And if there are situations in your life that don't align with your worth, it's not a reflection of your unworthiness. It's merely a reflection of something not being capable of being what it is that you are worthy of or deserving of. So I feel like that's what this current energy was about when we saw looking at the bigger picture, and I said that there's this need to kind of look at things from a different perspective. I feel like that's part of it. But again, we're looking at overall energy, so we'll dive deeper into the story for sure. This is looking at the overall theme of this reading for Sagittarius. I am healing a bit from a cold, so if my voice sounds a little bit raspy, that is why. I never get sick, and I've been sick twice this year, so I'm needing to look into that, figure out how I'm pushing myself too much here. All right, overall theme of this reading for Sagittarius. Ooh. It's kind of funny. You have parting ways with celebration. So, okay, it may be time to move on from this person or situation, but then it's then you have celebration here. I don't feel like I'm supposed to take all of those. I feel like I'm supposed to take this one that's on the very bottom. Education. Education is an important part of your soul's development at this time. So, you're in a period of learning, or you've been in a period of learning a lot. And I feel like it has to do with something that you're moving away from. Because there's something in your life that has been, it's been a very challenging experience. But it's interesting because I feel like this has been a very difficult time for you in a lot of ways, but yet you have the celebration card, which to me is the universe saying, even though, things might not be what you want them to be, you still have a lot to celebrate and a lot to look forward to in your future. But I do at the same time, I feel like you're because to me this feels like shifting, parting ways with not something outside of you, but with a past version of you. Parting ways with a version of you that you aren't anymore. And stepping into a more powerful version of you. But you're in this kind of in-between phase where you are, you're learning a lot. This is a very powerful reading because I feel like this is kind of like the burning, the phoenix rising, right? You have the burning all the way to the rising. And I think that is always powerful because, it's easy to allow our experiences to keep us down, to keep us powerless. It's really hard to dive into our power and to choose to rise, to rise above the things that we've been through. But again, there's always more to the story. So let's see what we've got here. Let's look, Sagittarius, at this recent past energy. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So blessing in disguise, but also kind of a hint of karmic energy here. The Five of Swords. The Star. The Nine of Wands. I feel like I need one or two more. The King of Wands. So upright, no, it's in reverse. Okay. Yeah, I need one more. The Ten of Cups. Upright. Okay. So you have this idea of what you want when it comes to some sort of situation, whether it's in love, in your career, like just some sort of outcome that you're truly desiring. And I feel like it's this Ten of Cups here. Something which yes, obviously can relate to relationships, pretty directly, but I feel like the Ten of Cups is about the emotional fulfillment that comes from some sort of experience. So it could be many different types of things. But it feels like you keep hitting these situations that almost make you feel as if this isn't possible. This Ten of Cups, this is just completely out of reach. And I feel like it started to make you doubt whether or not you are worthy and good enough of what it is that you're looking for, of what it is that you desire. And that's natural. That's normal. When we experience failure or setbacks or challenges or loss or heartbreak, we have a tendency to internalize it and to look at it from this reflection of like, I am unworthy, or I'm undeserving, or I can't have it, because when you experience something over and over again, you're going to start to, of course, believe that it means that you can't, have anything different. But I feel like what you're missing or needing to understand about what it is that you've been through and it's the Star. Because to me, there's a lot of really heavy kind of, I don't want to say negative, because all energy can be, sure, it can have, it can feel negative, but can always have a positive meaning to it. So I don't want to say that it's just been all negative. But in the midst of all this, I feel like you have this Star. And this Star is about kind of the healing, the growth, the light that to find in all of these experiences. And I feel like what you don't realize is how much you have healed and grown and evolved. And I feel like that's why this is about stepping into a completely different version of you. And I think that that's what you're needing to understand is from this healing and this growth and this evolution that you've been going through, you are different. You think different, you believe different, you see yourself different. Therefore, you're going to have different experiences. So stepping into your power is about not letting your past define you, not define you, not letting your past become the limit for your life. And it's incredibly difficult to do because it does require you to consciously override the way that your brain is currently rewired, especially when you've been through a lot for a really long time. So I do kind of feel that there are certain situations here that, that fell apart or didn't happen the way that you wanted. And I get the feeling that there have been several. Like, this doesn't feel like this has just kind of been a one-off situation, or you've been experiencing some sort of cycle with one individual or one individual path. Either way, it kind of feels like experiencing the same thing over again in some capacity, and that's where I feel like the doubt really started to creep in. So, understanding it through that lens, what does Sagittarius need to know about their current energy? Because we always have more power than we think, right? But it's not over what has happened to us. It's not over what is happening to us. It's how we choose to show up moving forward and how we choose to respond despite the things that we've been through and despite the things that have happened to us. And I feel like the universe is really asking you not to give up on your dreams or what it is that you desire for yourself and for your life. Because again, you have this parting ways, but then you also have celebration. Like, there's so much to celebrate in terms of where your soul is heading. But I feel like for you right now, Yeah, because there's the Seven of Swords with the Ten of Cups. I feel like this feels so out of reach. It's like you're looking around and you don't see the possibility for it. The opportunities are hidden from you. That's the biggest thing. The Seven of Swords to me is about like certain things being hidden from you, like not seeing or having all of the information. And I think that sometimes we tend to jump to conclusions about our life, right? We look around at our temporary experiences and we go, this must be the end, or this must be as good as things are going to get, or things will never be better than they are right now. And when we allow ourselves to fall into that belief, we might find ourselves actually repeating that exact same experience. So the universe is asking you to break out of that repetition. Yeah, because there's the Hierophant. I feel like I'm speaking to a Sagittarius collective that is going through some sort of awakening, because this is the second message all about perspective, deeper wisdom, because you have to look at the bigger picture, right? Deeper wisdom here. And that I feel like is a result of everything that, like the star, right? The healing, the growth, the evolution. Like you are different now than you have been in the past. And so understand first and foremost that what is meant for you will never pass you. And second of all, it's like you're ready to face something because it's like you are different. Like you're ready. I don't know. You're ready? This is the vibe that I get. You're ready. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse, but there's so much doubt in this energy. The Hermit. And maybe you've been spending a lot of time in reflection, a lot of time sitting with yourself. And this King of Swords in reverse. Okay. You cannot take everything at face value right now. Meaning, don't look around at your life and think that how things are as good as they're going to get. Because if you do that, you might keep yourself held back from moving forward, because you do have adjustments are required, right? And I feel like the adjustments that are required are about the approach that you're taking to your life. Because I feel like until this point, there's been a very doubt-driven mentality surrounding maybe it's relationships, maybe it's a career path. It's like second guessing and doubting everything. And of course that's natural, right? When you've been through a lot, like you're going to second guess and doubt things. But I feel like that second guessing and that doubting and maybe even the insecurity and the fear getting in the way has kept you from what is really meant for you. The universe will not provide you what is really meant for you until you are both the person that can align with it and attract it, but also sustain it, because the universe doesn't want to bring you what's meant for you and then have you sabotage it, right? So that's why what is meant for you will never pass you. If something didn't work out, it's because it wasn't yet the right thing for you. So I feel like what you're needing to know is you're more in alignment with the things that you deserve and desire than you ever have been before. So opening yourself up to new possibilities is really important right now, but also understanding that new possibilities are going to require you to be different. It's going to require you to think different, to act different, to show up different, but that also means that you're not going to repeat past outcomes. You're going to experience different outcomes. So holding on to what it is that you really desire is important, because it's going to require you. This is all about showing up for it, but knowing like you're ready now. And all of these things have been like stepping stones to get you to this place, to get you to. So yeah, it literally, Sagittarius, you are stepping into a whole new version of you. And this version of you is a result of all of the healing and all of the growth that you've been through. And it doesn't mean that the past version of you wasn't worthy. I feel like this version of you is just, it's like you know your worth more than you ever really have, right? You've always been worthy, you've always been deserving, but you maybe haven't always believed that. And maybe certain situations in the past like made you doubt it even more. But I feel like through your healing, your growth, and the empowerment that you're really stepping into, it's like your aura is like completely different. Your energy field is completely different, and that's going to attract different experiences. And I think that that's where you're needing to have a little bit more faith about what you can't see right now. And when I talk about having faith, I mean like in yourself. Like think about how far you've come. Think about how much you've overcome. And you overcoming a lot doesn't make you more worthy, okay? But just understanding that like you are and always have been doing the best you can, right? And I think that there's a need to give yourself a little bit more credit for how far you have come, and to understand that this version of you that you're stepping into, which you still might be in the in-between, right? You might not fully be feeling this empowerment. You might still, be sitting in a lot of doubt, and that's natural and that's normal, okay? But you're kind of teetering between where you're at now and I feel like this future energy, which is a very powerful, powerful energy. And the energy that you're stepping into is going to create a very powerful outside of you. Very like it's as within, so without, right? As you change, as you evolve, your life is going to change to align with it. So you're stepping into your power in a major way here, Sagittarius. And it's the result of doing the work. This is for a collective who has been doing the work. So what does Sagittarius need to know moving forward? The Queen of Pentacles. This is a very balanced and very grounded energy. There's the World, and there's the Ten of Pentacles. So it's the physical manifestation of the fulfillment. What is this Queen of Pentacles? Because this feels like the energy you're embodying. It's like, it's very grounded, it's very secure. It's like calm, cool, collected, but powerful as hell. What is this Queen of Pentacles energy? Five of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Strength. Yeah. So this is like, this Queen of Pentacles energy that you're stepping into is a result of everything that you've been through. It's this inner strength that you're starting to embody. When we start to find that inner faith in ourselves, and that belief that we're worthy and deserving of more, and that belief that we are supported and guided by the universe, our life is going to reflect that back to us. But it starts within us, right? So that's why this whole reading is about this energy that you're really embodying. You're moving away from a past version of you, and you're stepping very, very aggressively, but like in a good way, into a new version of you. And this version of you, very grounded, very secure, like in you. And that security that you feel or will start to embody within you're going to experience it outside of you. So you're closing out some pretty major cycle in your life, a cycle that I feel like has repeated maybe even for lifetimes here. And there's a lot of abundance here on the other side of it. But to me, also, like with this Five of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and the Strength, like the universe is saying everything that has been lost and everything that, like every step that you've taken on this path and on this journey is like what is leading you to this very abundant energy. So this is big. This is like incredibly powerful and just big. And I feel like it's well-deserved, too, because, again, I'm speaking to a collective who's done the work, who has been doing the work, working on themselves, working on their self-worth, working on their faith, and, like, all of that, it very, very much starts to pay off here. Yeah, stepping into your power in a big way. Okay, Sagittarius, we're going to hop on over to the extended. I'm going to dive deeper into these messages, looking at what you need to do right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self. So really focusing on that tangible advice. And then I have an advice card to pull from your spiritual team at the very end. Thank you so much, Sagittarius, as always, for your support of my channel. I do obviously hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing and all of the wonderful things that you deserve and desire on your journey moving forward. Bye, Sagittarius.